Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the best music to study to, kind of like the best genres, my favourite artists and groups, and my recommendations when studying, especially in times of stress and when there is a lot to study for and you can't get distracted. So one of my role models for studying is Rory Gilmore from Gilmore Girls. She is a study queen, so much so that there are like Pomodoro timer videos of her studying and you study with her. So there's like Rory Gilmore study with me's, which I think is really cool, and I haven't tried one out yet. And my best friend's just getting into Gilmore Girls and she's been watching them, and I'm like, no, be careful because you might get spoilers. So yeah, I kind of don't recommend it if you're not that far into Gilmore Girls yet, because you might get some you might get some stuff in your recommended that might spoil the show. So yeah, anyway, so yes, I'm just gonna get right into it. So the most important thing is that you listen to music that isn't too distracting, because when you're studying you don't want to listen to like your favourite Taylor Swift song, because I've done this before and it's really distracting and you just end up singing and not doing your work. So you've got to pick music that has deep focus. Also, I don't recommend you make the playlists yourself because it takes a lot of time and it's something that you might procrastinate doing. So you might not procrastinate doing it, but you might use that as procrastination so that you don't have to do your work. So you might say, oh, I'm going to study later because I need to make a playlist to study, so I can't study yet because I need to make this playlist, when actually you don't need to make that playlist. You need to go study, but you don't want to do that because studying's too scary, and I completely get you. Studying is painful, but once you get into it, it's great fun. I'm not gonna lie, it is fun once you get into it and once you start to understand things. And it's really rewarding. So yes, after this video, go study. Stop watching YouTube videos. Anyway, so my favourite thing to do is pick some playlists like that Spotify make, and they change it every couple of days. So you don't have to do anything. You can just press heart on all of them. So yes, so before I talk about those, I just want to say that I got really distracted and I kept looking at like my YouTube analytics and on Google and just doing loads of things that procrastinated doing work, and I just didn't do work. So I made a separate account on my computer that is just for work. So now I have my personal account and I have a school account. So I have like a whole other account on my computer that is just for work, so that when I go into it I can't procrastinate, I can't do anything else but work, and I find it really helpful and I don't get distracted as much because I have to stay doing work. And if I want to do something else, then I have to switch accounts on my computer, and I have to like differentiate the two, and it helps you do that more. So yeah, that also involved me making completely different Spotify accounts. So I now have two Spotify accounts. I have Euphonic Ella and I have Ella Study. So on Ella Study, I have a couple of playlists that I've made. I don't tend to use them though because there's not much on there. But if I find a song that I like when I'm studying that stands out to me, I'll save it to one of the playlists. I have like Get in the Mood, which is one that I had a couple months ago when I struggled to get like in the mood for studying, so I found some songs that got me in the mood of studying and put it on that playlist, so that every time I needed to get in the mood I would listen to that playlist. And I also have one that is Study in the Rain, so songs that sound like you're studying in the rain, and one that's Ghibli vibes, because there's so many songs that come out that sound like something from Studio Ghibli. So lately I've been just listening to ones that Spotify have. So there's Instrumental Study, which has kind of like a blue background and a girl studying, and then that is kind of like just instrumental study as it says, and it just picks all the music for you, and it's just background music, so you don't even have to concentrate on it, you don't even have to think, it's just there. And the most important thing is that you listen to music that you're not thinking about. It's just in the background if you want to study with music. Because if you listen to music that's like too crazy or interesting, then you're going to get distracted. So if you listen to like boring music, then that's good. That's why lo-fi hip-hop music's good, because it's really nice and it's really repetitive, so it kind of just lives in the background and it's great. I also have Intense Studying, which is a bit more intense music, So yeah, I just saved all these playlists. I never save playlists. I always make my own playlists. I just save albums. But on this account, I save other playlists and I have them down the side. So the Lo-Fi Hip Hop Girl, the people who make that, the Lo-Fi Girl, have a playlist of songs. So I save that, and every single day there are different songs. So if I want to listen to lo-fi hip hop, I usually have like a choice of two. I either listen to lo-fi hip hop or I listen to like piano music while I'm studying. There's only really two, or I listen to soundtracks, but I'll get onto that later. So yeah, I listen to lo-fi hip hop, or I listen to that, and yeah, they change it every day, so it's great. And I don't tend to watch the streams. I just tend to stay on Spotify because it's not too distracting, as I said, and I really need to do well in these exams, so I'm trying to be really strict with myself with things. So yes. Anyway, on to soundtracks. I think the soundtracks are great to study to, but it depends like what sort of time it is. I don't know, it's a difficult one because like soundtracks, they remind you of your favourite films and they make you happy because they're like from your favourite films, but also they're a bit bad because if you listen to them too much while studying, then you'll stop associating them with that film that makes you happy and you'll start to associate it with studying. And if the studying isn't good and you're going through like a funny like phase, like if you're in a bit of a rut, it's a bit kind of ruins the music. So that's why I don't listen to Studio Ghibli while I study. Like if Howl's Moving Castle comes on a playlist, I'm like, no, sorry, not listening to that. It's like when Cruel Summer comes on, I'm like, no, it's not the summer, don't. Taylor Swift, I'm not ready yet, wait until the summer when I'm on the beach and I'll listen to this. So I just have specific songs for specific times. So my favourite songs, I won't listen to them just whenever, I have to listen to them like specifically. And yes, so Harry Potter music, I prefer to listen to Harry Potter ASMR rooms because they have no music, it's just ASMR room. It's great when you're sleeping because it's just good. So I only really listen to music when I can't sleep. I don't listen to music while sleeping generally because I don't have technology in my room while I'm sleeping because I just can't, or else I would never sleep. So yeah, there's really good ones. Oh, there was this beautiful thing that I found. It's by The Glorified Onion and it's Howl like sleeping in the, I think he's in it, in like the kitchen in House Moving Castle, and you just like while you're sleeping you can listen to it, and it had the music in it and it had like the ambience and it sounded like you were actually in the castle and you could hear the castle moving, and I played the audiobook for House Moving Castle over the top and it was just heaven. It was just pure heaven. Oh my gosh, I highly recommend it. It makes you feel like you are in the film, in the book. It's just amazing. So I highly recommend that. And yes, so yes, what have we said? We've said lo-fi hip hop is great, piano music is great, have a different Spotify for your study music if it's too distracting to do that. And yeah, let's move on to specific people that I recommend. So the best person to study to, I would say, I've got a couple. There's Sleeping at Last, which is a great group. They have an album called Astronomy Volume 1 and it's the most beautiful thing ever made. There's this song called Saturn and it's just beautiful. I try not to listen to it while I'm studying because it's just so beautiful. But yeah, what else? They have like loads of other albums like Yearbook. They also have Atlas. They have covers. Their cover to what's it called? Oh, I'm playing it. Oops. Chasing Cars is beautiful. Oh, I've got a funny setting on this account. And Dark Horse. And I think it's 500 Miles. They did a cover on it. It's just so beautiful. Like a song that's so, I don't know, whatever you call it, made into a song that's so instrumental and slow, like ballady and beautiful. It's just crazy how they can turn like a really upbeat, loud, fun song into something that's so slow and acoustic and ballady and just beautiful. So yes, they're very, very good. There's also the Local Natives, which have an album. I forgot what it's called. It's on my other account, so I can't see it right now, but that is a really good group to listen to. They have got singing in it though, I don't recommend listening to singing while you're studying. It depends what studying mood you are in, if you want to listen to people with singing or not. I tend not to because it's too distracting and I can't concentrate, but sometimes when my brain is a bit more like it can deal with it, I do. But yes, there's also Marcy Dosia, which is beautiful. It's like music from The Little Prince, or it's like got that sort of vibe. What else? Ian Naudi has some beautiful music to study to. I can also play a lot of his music on piano. I have the book. I bought it. Well, I didn't buy it. My parents bought it for me for Christmas, and it's just so much fun. So his music's always great to study to. If you know Experience, that is him. Experience is so beautiful. Like, if you need to get into the mood to study, that is the best song to put on. That is the song I put on when I'm like, I don't really want to study. I just put that on, and it just works a charm. So yes, so that's really all I have to say. Just find music that is just good background music, and you will feel like Rory Gilmore. But don't listen to Gilmore Girls music, because it will start to be associated with studying, and that's not good. So yes. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, happy studying, and I shall see you all soon. Bye!